Checking farm news now this morning, the Risk Management Agency has lowered its coverage for 2015 crop insurance policies. Projected prices are like this. Corn, $4.15 a bushel. Soybeans, $9.73. Oil sunflowers, 16.9 cents a pound. Confectionery sunflowers, 26.5 cents a pound. Wheat checks in at $5.85 a bushel. Barley, $3.51. Canola, 16.1 cents per pound. Now, compared to a year ago, corn is down 47 cents, soybeans are off $1.63, and the wheat is down 66. For dry beans in Minnesota and North Dakota, projected revenue prices are 28 cents a pound for black beans, 53 cents for dark red kidneys, 31 for navies, and 25 cents for pinto beans. But as most farmers know, there remains plenty of uncertainty as to where the markets are now and could end up by the end of the year. One of our market analysts says this is especially true for corn.
The other thing is when you look at carryout in corn, it's been actually edging downward. Late last summer, there was a lot of talk of 2.3, 2.4 billion bushels of carryout, and we never got that high. And then all of a sudden that market starts to look at a number that's drifting downward. Now we're around 1.8 billion. Well, if we don't, farm the same number of corn acres, it'll be very hard to keep that number on the books next year unless we have a phenomenal yield, and we already came off our record yield, which historically that hasn't been easy to replicate. So there's kind of some slow things, some slow wheels in motion that all of a sudden, if we get into summer and we look at it, we got less acres and you start throwing some weather at this, corn could be a really exciting market again. And so there's absolutely hope, there's absolutely opportunity if prices rally. But the big concern for farmers is to make sure that they don't oversell into a minor rally, but don't undersell. So they need to have a balance between futures or forward contracting and puts and calls to cover forward sales, and keep a balanced approach, as weather would dictate probably whether we go to 3.25 or 5.25 or 6.25.
But of course, all farmers know there is much more than ending stock numbers and simple crop size that determines what the price at the elevator will be. In agriculture, there's politics involved too.
I would guess it's going to be a geographical thing again. I think it's possible. I'm anxious to see, quite frankly. I think we're kind of in uncharted waters here for the most part, so we'll see how this plays out. I think right now, along with that, the other big focus is on trade, because we're coming off a big crop last year. We've got lower commodity prices. Exports have been really helping support us, and can we maintain these markets and keep growing them? So I think there's also a lot of focus on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Does the president get trade promotion authority? I think the administration should have been pushing for that a lot sooner when they started those negotiations instead of waiting till now, but we'll see how that plays out. I think that's key. We have to keep moving product around the world, especially if we grow another big crop this year.
All right, we will see. Although it's going to be hard or even impossible to put the glyphosate genie back in the bottle, that hasn't stopped the Natural Resources Defense Council from filing a lawsuit to force the Environmental Protection Agency to do a new review of glyphosate and its effect on the monarch butterfly. The lawsuit argues that overuse of glyphosate has reduced milkweed populations, and that is threatening monarch butterfly populations. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service began the process to decide if the monarch butterfly should be placed on the endangered species list last fall. This fall, there will be an opening for a North Dakota director on the United Soybean Board. Any soybean grower can run for that position.
The United Soybean Board is our counterpart, I guess, on a national level, and I think it would be wonderful to get some interest in that opportunity. Yes, his position it expires in December of 2015, but we still want to get the word out and encourage people to run. It's a wonderful opportunity to network with your peers on a national level. You get to meet people you probably wouldn't have the opportunity to meet otherwise. You just get exposed to so many things. So it's a phenomenal opportunity, and we hope there will be some interest out there.
Farmer Jake Myers of Colfax, whose term expires at the end of this year, says he's likely going to run for re-election. Attention bacon lovers, here's one you missed: the 10th annual Pig Festival in Romania. Now, it kicked off last week with teams competing as they prepared traditional pork products. The Romanian Pork Festival started with a big parade in traditional costume. 17 teams from Romania and Hungary competed, but first, of course, shots of brandy for luck. Each team received half a pig, and then they got down to business. Food made from all parts of the pigs, including a variety of different sausages. Although the top contestants won special awards, everybody got medals to commemorate the pig. And of course, we got the Bacon and Beer Festival in Fargo this weekend, just in case that gets you a little interested in some bacon. That's our farm news this morning. It's 4:43. We're going to take a break, come back, and check the forecast for farming.